What did you see out of Sleighton last week? Obviously, he hasn't played a ton, but then he was forced to on Sunday.
Yeah, he did his job. He made some plays. He's getting better fundamentally. Pleased with some of the things he did, and then there's obviously things we got to correct, but definitely pleased with what those guys did. They stepped up. We had some limitations on guys that we could use, and TJ and Jack and Big T, those guys played a lot and did really well. So.
Jerry, what are you putting in Dean's smoothies lately, or what's going? I mean, he's been really good, and now he's playing through an injury, and he's still contributing.
Yeah, that rhino juice, No, I mean he's just, he's in a good place. And he's believing. His confidence is back, and he's playing physical. When you're a guy that size and want to go forward and go through people, and so he's got the right mindset. So I'm pleased with where he's at mentally, and that helps.
So did you see what would have caused his maybe confidence to dip a little bit, and what allows you to get it back when that happens?
You know what? I can't ever say it dipped, but sometimes you just don't believe in things that you are being told to do, or that you think you can do or you can't do. And then sometimes you feel, like you got to be a robot because, you're making mistakes. So now you have that fear of failure. And so I think he's in the right place that he's not playing with the fear of failure. So he's playing fast, physical, hard. If a mistake happens, hey, excuse my French, it happens. So let's continue to move on to the next play. So that I think for the most part, that whole room is kind of in that right mindset and doing some good things. And they kind of feed off of each other. So it's been really, really good.
Jerry, you've been around here as long as just about anybody on the defensive side. We've seen defenses come together at various points in the season. When do you think this one started to come together and play like you're playing now?
Oh, man. Like I said, we're doing some good things. And don't get me wrong, I still don't think we're where we can be. But there's not a moment that these guys don't blink on the sideline, regardless of what happens. There's been ups and downs. There's been, turnover here, change of possession, sudden change. And the guys are like, we're up, let's go. Where before you could see in past guys' heads drop and just like, oh, here we go again. And these guys, I can't tell you what it is, but, you got no egos. You got guys that they want to win. So whatever we need to do it, they're dialed in. And so, but again, like anything, I don't think it's perfect. I still think there's things we need to fix and get better and improve on. But they got the right mindset, and they're preparing really, really well. Every room, every individual room, those guys are putting in the time. And we talk about it all the time, the old quote from Sun Tzu, like victorious warriors win first and then go to war. Well, defeated warriors go to war first and hope to win. So these guys are like dialed in. Let's put the prep in. You show up to game day, and these guys are dialed in. And if they see unscouted looks, they adjust to it with fundamentals in their eyes. So it's they're in a good place, but we got to continue to roll, and there's going to be ups and downs every game. So,
Jerry, I know discussing anything injury related is frowned upon during these sessions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to ask this properly. You care about your kids, your guys. Kingsley had some challenges last year, was it, when he had the concussion late in the year? Or are you concerned about him to some degree dealing with another one, or do you feel like, I know you care about him as a guy, so.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I'll let the docs and those guys handle the recovery and all those things. But I'm sure whenever they say he's ready to go, he'll be good. So I don't worry there. It's just whenever we get him and they say, hey, you can use him, then we'll do that. But until then, I just want him to take care of himself and get right. So, but he'll be fine. And I think whenever that is, we'll be ready to use him.
Jerry, was one of the things Sleighton did well, did he take on double teams pretty well? Was that part of what?
You know what, he did some, took on some double teams, and then, you know, when he got single blocked, he did some really, you know, when you get single blocked at this level, you're expected to win those matchups, and I felt like he did that for the most part in that game. And then he was able to split a double team or two, which is nice. Now, he's a big man, and when you get him to play with good pad level and play with, you know, proper fundamentals and use his hands, you know, he'll be a guy that can do that on a consistent basis, and that's all we want from him. I mean, but yeah, I thought was productive, made some plays, and showed up, which was awesome.